Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Gazza9919 here, and as you could probably already tell, I've got a new phone, which means better camera quality, so you'll be seeing me in more HD-ness. The video today insists talking about owning a modified car, the pros and cons to it, and how different it is to owning just an ordinary OEM sort of car and your everyday car that you see on the road. The first thing that I want to talk about is insurance, because obviously modifications means a bit more on insurance. Some insurance companies can be funny with this and not insure you at all with modifications, they won't touch it, and others sort of like encourage it just as long as you declare it and stuff like that. To be fair, as far as modifications go, it's quite reasonable when you do visual mod like headlights, wind deflectors, you know, the stuff I've really done. The only time it really starts to affect and things like that is when you start messing with the engine, because then you've got to include like engine codes and chassis numbers, etc.
Now, as modifications go, like you may have seen in the practical video, some modifications are practical and some aren't. For example, the wheels are sort of a hit and miss sort of thing. They are practical in the sense of I have a lot more grip, so cornering in that is improved by a lot, and the car feels more stable. But the cons of it is you feel near enough everything and it feels like your tyres are made out of concrete. But on the other hand, I have sort of countered that with the leather seats, because they're a bit more cushiony than the standard ones. They hold you in a tiny bit more, and it makes it a bit nicer to drive. The next thing, like with owning a modified car, is when you're driving out in public, you will notice that there's two sorts of people. There are the type of people that sort of look at you in disgust, like, oh, why would you do that? You know, people that don't really get the modified car scene. And then the others that actually sort of, you know, turn their heads and like, you know what, that looks kind of nice. And yeah, you kind of get that. When driving, you get the sort of, again, two sorts of people. You get people who just drive normally around you, and then you get some people, well, three types of people should I say. You get the normal drivers, you get the people that think because you've got modifications you just want to race everywhere, which it isn't at all. Because mainly with my modifications I've done to my car, I like it because it's unique, and I personally like it, and I couldn't give an absolute toss what anybody else thinks about it. And that's what it should be. If you modify your car, you should not care about what anybody else thinks as long as you like it. The third sort of people are the ones where, you know, again, they're car people, and you'll be driving, you know, they'll be a bit playful behind you, like getting a little closer and backing up. It's just like the car scene thing, I guess. Not quite to the point of driving dangerously, but just be like, hey, I've got a modified car as well. So it's kind of cool in that aspect, and that's what makes it a bit more worthwhile, because, you know, not every car you pass is a modified one, and when you do see them, it's kind of cool, because let's be real, no matter what car you own, we're all in sort of one modified family. I think a thing to add is when people see a car like that's modified like this, they seem to think, oh, I bet he thinks he's fast. But with this, honestly, I'm not trying to kid anybody. This is why I've kept the stock exhaust on it. I haven't put an induction kit on it because it's a 1.25 litre, and on an NA engine, you're not really going to get anything out of it. Like the best thing you can really do is swap it out for a 1.6 or something maybe bigger, but I don't know. I just like my little 1.2 because it's quite a reliable engine, it's quite durable, and it just does the job. I think another thing about life with a modified car has got to be the fact that when you've got like a standard car, after a while you sort of just, you know, lock it up, walk away, and it's just a car. It's just a car to you. When you've modified it, you know, you can look back at it and you can sort of think, I've done that, I've put those bits on it, and I've made it mine. And it's quite hard to walk away without just doing that little turn back, just like, dang. Or just at least be in a new location or something and then whip your phone out and just be like, yeah, I need to get a pic of this for the gram. Another thing has got to be when you're cleaning it and that, you're making sure it is perfect, because it is your baby. You've got to make sure it's perfect. If it's got so much of a tiny bit that you've missed, you've got to sort that out immediately. And you're constantly picking up on things. Say if if you hear a noise or something, you just instantly mute the radio, and you gotta like go in detective mode and try and figure out what that noise is. Was it the radio? Was it just me? Am I hearing things? Was it another car on the road? It's that sort of situation. But that is it for this video, guys, and if you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe even hit that bell icon for notifications on future uploads. But until the next time, peace.